I don't think we should underestimate the importance of the joy of cooking at sea. It punctuates the day, it's solace after long watches, and for me, the answer is always a spaghetti. A bit of wine for the sauce, a bit of wine for the soul. And I don't know if you agree, but it seems to me that garlic cut fine with a rigging knife imparts the flavor of Lost Horizons. Of course, not every voyage is so calm. Some start in a cold fog in Maine, where a cup of coffee is all you need. And in fact, they sometimes include a sense of foreboding, especially on those first night watches. But things always change.
I don't think I can take another gourmet meal. Hey.
We're getting a wine stored, so we don't have to open them ourselves.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Excellent.
Well, a wine stored is nice, but we're alone at the moment, and we'll need some onions for our spaghetti sauce. Just brace yourself. Use your rigging knife correctly so we don't flavor the sauce with fingernails. Of course, it's important to hit the target. It's not a game of whack-a-mole at all. I do find it more relaxing and easy than it was with kids. What I remember of that is sailing days with canapes virtually nailed to the cockpit table and monkeys swinging through the trees all around me. Kind of hard to eat under those circumstances, and cooking was out of the question. We don't need a big pot for the spaghetti. We just get it in there and start with our favorite flavorings, which are very exotic. Pepper, salt, and then the all-important ingredient of crushed red pepper put in with the proper flourish. And you can see the skill in stirring the water, which is half seawater and half fresh water. Not always so calm, of course. Sometimes there are big seas, and sometimes all you can eat is an orange. People get tired on long night watches, pushing hard, not shaving or showering, and so that sometimes, as in here going 12 knots to windward, the height of elegance might be crouched in the rain eating out of a frying pan. But I think as long as you clean your hands, it's fine. Now, as regards tomato sauce offshore whilst cooking, I think making sure that it isn't a can of rutabagas is important, and the mushroom should be poured into the pan rather than dumped. But the technique for the canned tomato sauce is to dump it quickly so as to not mess the pot. Regarding the sauce and the soul, more wine. Taking a break for air, you can't help but think of simpler times. Champagne and friends and pretty people, strawberries and brie. I really like to keep it as simple as possible myself. I'm a Dinty Moore man at heart, but there should be alternatives.
I don't believe I've ever seen that green flag.
We have many times. This crew has seen it.
They have a drone policy, international drone policy.
Now we have the movie. But because of technology, here Carl has to say.
Well, a 65-foot catamaran in the Caribbean, a French chef, a paid captain, and a stewardess aren't always the norm. In fact, I rather prefer cooking for myself, I think, 1,000 miles offshore. And now, the plating, a most important moment in any cuisine. The application of cheeses, the exotic ingredients of peppers and salts. It's impressive, isn't it, what one man can do? Voila, and bon appetit. There's a squall coming, so we'd better eat fast, but they don't last long.